Hello, my name is Amanda DiCardi, and I am a teaching and learning coordinator here at the American Embassy School. This is a short video presentation to share with you about winter map testing results in the elementary school here this year. I've shared something similar in the fall and then last year, but this is new information because we do have growth information for our students. Now, you'll be getting the winter map test results here shortly around spring break, and so this is a tutorial on how to read those for how your child performed. The most important thing that I want to point out is that here at AES and as teachers, we talk about the RIT scale. So you're going to see 2 points of measure. You're going to see the RIT scale and you're going to see percentiles. I'm asking you to focus on the RIT scale first. What that RIT scale stands for is a Ready for Instruction Today level. Now, the reason why we've done this winter testing is because we're using it as a blood pressure check, if you will, just to see how the kids are doing. The information we get from this assessment targets exactly what the students need to work on because the RIT score is tied to learning statements and the standards that we are teaching in the classroom. So for example, instead of saying my child needs to do better in mathematics, we can specifically say my child needs to work on fractions. My child needs to work on fluency in mathematics, and it gives us that targeted information to the standards. Now, with this RIT scale, what's nice about this is we're able to measure growth over time. So in this instance, we're able to measure growth from fall testing that we did to the winter testing to see if how they're doing and if they're on track. Now, as a recap, we give this map assessment 2 to 3 times a year. We've given it 3 times in the elementary school, and we give it in the areas of reading, math, and language usage. All of this is grade 3 through 10. Language usage actually begins in grade 3. So this is a sample report on what you're going to be receiving. What I want to focus on is this black box over here, and so it shows you how to go ahead and read this information. If you look over here at the bottom of it, it will say fall of 21. This student in 3rd grade had a 188 RIT score. This is useful to us because what we can say is a student in grade 3 who had a 188 typically will grow by 8 RIT points by the time winter testing comes around. In this case, the child grew by 7 RIT points. If you look down here in reading, you'll notice grade 3 student who performs at a 174 level in the fall typically will grow by 8 points. This child grew by 14 points. This is good information for us to have. Now, over here on the right-hand side, you will see a percentile. Please know that we don't want you focusing on the percentile as that is not helping our kids grow. And that is the vocabulary we need to be using for them is please continue to keep growing and doing what you can do to grow. Now, sometimes you will see a report that looks like this. If we're looking at the same information, a student in grade 3, for example, that scores a 218 in the fall may typically grow by 4 RIT points. This child went down by 1 RIT point. As a parent, that may feel alarming, but I'm here to tell you that statistically, that is not a significant number. It is one data point. We have a plethora of data tools. And what we do when we see what's called negative growth is we compare it to those other data pieces that we're collecting on your child. So we have this external assessment, but we also have internal summative and formative assessments, as well as qualitative data that we're gathering. The other reason I'm pointing this out is because if a child has a RIT growth, if you will, of up to minus 10 points, that falls within the exact same RIT band, and it's the exact same learning statements. And so it doesn't impact how we move forward with that child as much when you see it. My point is, if you see this, please don't be alarmed. If you see negative growth over 3 testing sessions, then that's something that we really do take a closer look at. But right now, we just don't have that information. So with this map report, please take it in stride. Know that it is not for determining mastery of skills. It's really to inform instruction. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will share my email address. And of course, please reach out to the classroom teacher. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.